Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Oh, today we're doing some experimenting and you know how I feel about experimenting. I love it. So lots of you on my previous video asked for the jelly printing and well, I'm not going to say no because I love jelly printing. Now, first off, if you like what you see and you decide that you want to do some jelly printing, really think about it because the jelly plates, they're not cheap. I mean, Dina Wakley does some, Gel Press does some as well. And I invested in them because I use them quite a lot, especially when I'm doing like background papers and stuff like that. I haven't used them for quite a while, but I do use them quite a lot. Excuse me. So yeah, have a real think about it, and hopefully I'm going to do a little bit of a mini series. Hopefully this little mini series will make you see that you can use the gel plate with so many things that you've already got, and just have loads of fun and make your own background papers and stuff for your art journals. So first off, what we are going to be using. So I have my brayers. So I have a gel press one, as you can see, it's very much loved. I have my Tim Holtz, the larger one as well, and I have my little baby one too. So yeah, we need brayers. Then we also need some kind of material. So I have a huge amount of things laying around that you can use, like these little postcards. I got these off Amazon, already cut. They're just a nice, thick, smooth, kind of really soft cardstock, which I absolutely love. Plus, as you can see, I have the background here. This is what we used to call chip paper. So back in the day, when we used to go and get our fish and chips, they used to roll it up in this kind of, it's newsprint paper is what it is, but that's what they used to wrap our fish and chips up with. Some people still use it, actually. Some chippies still use it. But yeah, I do like to use this as well because it's really nice and thin. Like I said, this is newsprint paper. I also have, let me just move these out of the way. Oop. Right, so I'm going to get all my papers down. Ba-ba! I have some brown packing paper. I also love to use that. I have some tea-dyed invoices, which is a really nice thin pieces of paper as well. I have an old vintage book as well, which I got some really cool papers in. Plus, I have my pad that I used yesterday with the beige and the craft cardstock in. And I also have a notebook as well, lined paper. I love using that. And this, I don't know where I got this from. I might have got this from TK Maxx, but the paper in it is just so cool. I think it's for like exams and planning and stuff like that. So yeah, so I love to use this. Again, it's a really nice, thin, soft, smooth paper. I have some tissue paper, which I have cut into sections. I have some of the sticker paper that I used recently in one of my videos, plus the rectangle stickers. Can you see those? So yeah, we're going to be using some of those. This is some packing paper. It's very similar to the newsprint paper, but it's a little bit thicker. Then just some good old bog standard printer paper. The cheaper nasty stuff, doesn't have to be anything wow. I have some tracing paper. I've never tried tracing paper, but I thought, why not? Let's give it a go. Then I also have my Moleskine pad, and I use that paper. Have some graph paper, and I also have some tea dyed and some coffee dyed music paper as well. Plus I used distress on these too. So they're the foundation, they're the papers that we're going to be using. I'm just, because I went around the other way, so they're going to end up all toppling if I don't set them straight. That's it, little ones on top. Right, now what we're going to use, so back in the day, I'll list my playlist of the jelly printing videos that I've already done on YouTube. I'll link that down below. But I made some stamps to use. Now, I made these with things I had around the house. So first off, I had a cardboard butterfly, which I think I just got in a die cuts pack. Then I brought some foam, some thick self-adhesive foam in the DIY section, this was. And I cut it up into shapes. And I like to use those. I have a bit of corrugated card, some lace, just a random stamp with italic writing on, some jute, a jute sheet that I just backed onto a piece of card, some plastic netting, again in the DIY section, and then I brought some foam sheets, some self-adhesive foam sheets. Oh, I don't know why that's on the back. And I just cut them up and I just made some random shapes on there. This is the same, but I used the thick foam and then put the thinner foam on top in strips. I have a large ruler stamp. I only use this for gel printing. I don't know where I got it from. I think I got it off of eBay. And I have a strip of the burlap jute as well. Plus, I also have these. These are lino sheets, and so they're for lino printing. They're quite thick. They're quite heavy duty. They're not that expensive. I got them off of Amazon, and you can, if you use one of these little tools, and this bit goes in the end here, and then you carve out any shapes that you want, and you get loads of different size tools as well, so you get lots of different shapes, and then you can make your own actual print, and that's what I did here. So I'm not going to use this in today's video, but if you want, this is my art journaling, which is why it's this pattern. I wouldn't use this for my junk journaling, it's too funky. But if you want a video of me making some lino prints with, so you can use them in your junk journals, then let me know and I'll do that in a separate video. I also have numerous amount of stencils. So I have all my Tim Holtz ones, my mini and my normal size. I also have my Elizabeth Craft Designs ones, which are really cool. I mean, look at that. That's just crying out to be used. Then I have lots of other stencils that I have got along the way. This one is All and Create. I think this one is Creative Expressions, I believe. This one, I can't remember. This one is Dina Wakley. Everything I use, this is another Dina Wakley one. All I use, they're all in a list in my Amazon store underneath gel printing. This is one I got from Hobbycraft, I think it was. This was for walls, but I loved the text on it. It was so cool. And this is another Dina Wakley one. This is the one that I use this quite a lot. And another Dina Wakley and another All and Create as well. So yeah, get your stencils out. And now we're going to talk about what mediums we're going to be using. So I do have all my Tim Holtz distress paints. So we will be using those. So I do have those. I also have my Art Studio acrylic paint. I've got Payne's Grey. I've got Carbon Black. I've got Neutral Grey. And then I also have my big tube of And I also have my big tube of Amsterdam acrylic paint in the titanium buff. I do like to use white, but when I'm doing my junk journaling jelly prints, I kind of like the titanium buff. It's just kind of like muted. I also have my chalk markers, and I have big thick acrylic markers as well to do some marks. And let me put these aside. I also have my little tub, my little bag full of other paints too. I have Dilutions paint in desert sand. And then I have Golden Fluids, the high flow acrylics. So in the grey, in the black. Oh, I've got 2 black. And I also have the white. I also have the golden quinacridone nickel azo gold. This is quite old, I'm not gonna lie, but I love this colour for grunge. It gives like a rust effect. It's just so gorgeous. I also have the I can't read what that says, it's too small, something night as well. I have the raw sienna, again really good for grunge, and I have the Liquitex in the titanium white, because like I said, I do use white. I do prefer to use the titanium buff. I also have a bit of burnt sienna, burnt umber, another acrylic black, just in case I don't want to use the fluid. And I have a couple of gouaches as well, but I don't tend to use those. I did try it with the Art Philosophy by Prima. These are the watercolors, and they're okay. They're not my favorite, but yeah, they're okay. Right, so I'm going to keep out the black, the titanium white, the raw sienna. I'm going to put the others away. I think I'm going to keep out those ones and those ones, and put the rest away for now. Right, so they're all the paints that I have ready to go. Now, the gel prints, the gel plates. So I do have the Dilutions by Dina Wakley. It's not Dilutions by Diana Reevely and Dina Wakley combined. They both brought out this gel plate storage tin, and it actually comes with, let me open it, I don't want to knock the camera. So it comes with 3, I know you can only see 2, bear with me. It comes with 3 gel plates. So you get the little circle one, and they smell amazing. I'm sorry, I don't know what they make with these, but they smell gorgeous. And then you get the thin, shorter one, and you get the long one as well. We're going to be using this one today just because it's a little bit easier, because it's smaller. I also have the gel press, and this is the 8x10 one. And this one is so well loved. Look at it, it's so well loved. Again, it smells amazing, absolutely amazing. So this one is perfect for your A4 pulls and stuff. But like I said, we're going to be using the small one today, just so we can get some faster prints done. It does look a bit dark here. I think it's because it's very grey here today. We've had some rain. I've just moved the blinds to see if it makes it a bit brighter. Right, so I'm just going to take my plastic sheeting off of my gel plate, and I'm just gonna lay it down gently because they do love to go out of shape. Perfect. I also have, just quickly, some embossing sheets using the Tim Holtz embossing folders. So I have the rays, the typewriter keys. I've got a couple of those. I have the gears or whatever they are. Some damask. I'm looking forward to trying this one and the numbers because I got a feeling. And then this one as well, I think is going to look really, really cool. So yeah, I have a few on the bricks. I have a few of those, so I'm going to give those a go and see how we go with those. I also have some tags. This is the perfect size for some tags as well. So I'm just going to move it up a little bit so that you can see it properly. Right, now, first off, what we're going to do is we're just going to make some backing papers and then we're going to have a look at textures and stuff like that. Now, one of the things I do like to do with my gel plates is I don't clean them. As you can see, I don't clean them. I love that it picks up every little bit of grunge on there. It's amazing. So, first off, I'm going to have a play with the golden Azo Gold. And I'm just going to put it straight. You don't need a lot. I'm just going to put a couple of dollops on. And then I'm going to get my brayer. And you don't need a lot. And you get so many. I mean, you don't only get your gel prints, but then when you clean your brayer off to the side, that's why I'm leaning on the chip paper, the newsprint, because look at that. I mean, that's a backing paper in itself. Right, now I'm just gonna do, I know I said we was just gonna do some background papers, but I'm just using the burlap. And I'm just going to go round. And then you can also stamp it off. Perfect. And then we're going to let's get some paper. All right, so I'm going to take a sheet out of here. Give it a rub. And one of the things I love is you never know what you're going to get, and be prepared because you'll get some ugly prints. But then I just use those to do more prints on. And then look at that. I mean, it's picked up some of the grunge from my previous printing, but look at the texture on there. Oh, it's just so cool. Oh, I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Right, let's put that up there. First off, I'm just going to pull out some paper and then I'll be back. Right, so now I'm going to use my extra big acrylic marker. There we go. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a push and a dip. And then what I want to do is I'm just going to do some just mark making like that. That's it. I'm going to leave that like that. And then I'm going to take a stamp. I'm going to take the rest of this don't know if it's gonna show up a lot, but we'll give it a go. Nope. Right, now I'm going to use my VersaFine. And then I'm just going to there we go. But I do want, no, I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to leave that there. Right, so we want this to dry. A little bit. I think I might also, where's my little stamps gone? I also use corks, so I use all sorts of things for gel printing. Here we go. Right, I'm gonna put some, let's do the crosses, because I do like crosses. That'll do. And then I'm going to get a sheet of paper and just rub over . And there we have one real cool layer. And then I'm going to go over again with the Azo Gold. Just a little smidgen. And I'm hoping this is going to pull up everything. So we're not finished with that one yet. So we're going to do something else with that. So give it a good old rub. Oh, got 2 sheets. And then look at that. Oh, look at that. It is delicious. I mean, look round here. And then you've got the bits from the print before. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. I think I've got 2 sheets here as well. Right, so I'm just going to put this on just one more time, because I want to go over the print. I might need a little bit more. Perfect. And now I'm going to use the text stamp. Don't forget, reprint it. And now we're going to go over the print we just made. And because the Azo Gold is quite a thin fluid acrylic, it should be quite see-through. Oh, and you can just slightly see underneath the italic writing. Look at that. How cool is that? Oh, I just love it. I love it. Right, now we're going to use some of the stencil. A little bit on. So cool. And now I'm going to put it on backwards so that when it prints it will be the right way. So I want the numbers, so I'm going to use this, move these out of the way, and then I'm going to take a sheet of paper and just take off in between the stencil. And then you get another cool print. So we'll put that aside because we'll use that for something else. I'm going to take this off. Look at that. And then this, you get this. So take a piece of scrap paper. In fact, let's move all this out of the way. I'm going to use the bit I just printed on. Take the stencil and lay it down. This is what I mean by you get so many different versions of the same print. And then, look at that. I mean, oh, that is just absolutely delicious. And you can get more, so just give it a spritz of water. Lay it down again. And then you get that. I mean, oh, it's just so nice. My paper. Look at that. How grungy is that? Look at all the dots. Then I am going to use the speckled egg. Give it a little dry. A little bit. And now I'm going to give it a go. One of the embossing sheets, I'm going to use the number, and I'm just going to put it in the middle, and this will also come out really cool as well, so you're not wasting anything. I'm going to pull it off. I mean, look at that. How cool is that? I love it. Right, and then we're just going to give this a little dry. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my vintage photo with the dauber, and it doesn't matter if you haven't got a dauber. You can use one of your actual daubers that you've got. I'm just going to go around the edge. Oh, got some fluff. Get some more paint out, that's it. Just going around the edge. Then I'm going to let that dry. And then I've also got some ground espresso as well. Bear with me. So I've also got some ground espresso. And I'm just going to Go right round the edge. Give it a bit of a wave. Hello. Hello. With a bit of paper, you kind of want it a little bit dry. And this, I think, I would normally go over this with white, but I think I'm going to go over it with the Azo Gold. And I'm going to use my little brayer. Because I don't really want to... I'm just sort of going in the middle. I don't want to disturb what I've got going on around the edge. So again, I'm going to take another piece of paper. And I got mucky fingers. And then I'm just going to rub. Oh, this one's so grungy. Oh my. Look at that. I mean. It's so good. It's so good. I just love it. Look at the grunge around here. Oh, and you can still see the numbers. It's delicious. Absolutely delicious. Right, now I am going to take some of the titanium white. And I'm just going to put, because it's quite thick, so you don't need a lot. I'm going to put it right round on all the edges. And this one, I'm going to take some craft cardstock, and hopefully we will get up all the grunge from round the edge. Give it a good old rub. I mean, look. Oh, and it's took it all up. Look at that. Oh, look at the grunge. Look at that. Oh, and there. Oh, how gorgeous is that? Absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Right, now I'm going to use some... No, I'm not. I'm going to use some black is what I'm going to do, because I want just a little bit, just a teeny weeny little bit. I want to use a stencil. So I only really want, you don't want your layers too thick. If you think it's too thick, then just like that, just take your brayer and just take some off. Now, I had a print up here. Where is it? Everything's falling. Let me get rid of my lino. No, I haven't. Right, so I'm going to take one of my Elizabeth Craft Design stencils, and I'm just going to lay that on there. I'm going to take a piece of paper and just rub it so I can get the insides of the stencil. And then if you want to, just go over it with a brayer. I mean, that in itself is so cool, but we'll use that for another print. So now I'm going to lift the stencil. And again, don't forget to reprint that as well. I will do that in a moment. And again, I'm going to take my vintage photo and I'm just going to dab around the edges, and maybe where it's a little bit light in the middle. I'm going to take my ground espresso and do the same. And now I'll take another piece of paper . I mean, look at that. Oh, it's just so nice. It's so nice. And I'm going to leave this bit I'm going to leave on here, because that will all be part of the next one. I'm going to put on a bit more speckled egg. And now I'm going to get my favourite word stencil, put it over the top, and then the print that we took, this one, I'm just gonna do the same. And then we have that. I mean, that's so cool. But again, we're not finished with that. I'm going to take this stencil off, and I'm going to get another piece of paper. Let me move my brayers out of the way. This might have to be, yep, let's give it a little spray. And then let's give this one a little spray too. is that? I mean, it's very faint, but it's still a cool print. Ground espresso. And I'm going to go a bit deeper. Like that. And then I'm going to take a little bit of white, and I'm just going to kind of mix it in. I probably could do with a better brush. I need a rounder brush, to be honest. Let's use this one. It's a bit thin, but yeah, that's better. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do a pull of this one, but I'm not going to use the paper. I'm going to use, if I can grab it, I'm going to use some trace tissue paper. Now, I don't know if it is going to lift what's in the middle, because that had longer to dry than the outside, but tissue paper is really good for grabbing whatever is on the plate. And no, it hasn't, it's just taken the outside, but look how cool that looks. Ah, so delicious. Right, so to get the middle up, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over it with some titanium buff. I'm going to braid that on. And hopefully make sure I get all the edges. And where do I think I'm going to go for another craft pull. And that lifts everything up. Oh, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's just brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Right, so now again I'm going to go with a bit of black. There we go. And I have, so these numbers are just some random stamps I got off of Amazon. So I'm just going to put it on my block, and then I'm just going to, and that should take it off. And then I have these by Ciao, and they're stunning. Look at those textures on those. So cool. So I think I'm going to use the dotted one. Oh, look at that. That's just too cool. just too cool. I might do a little oh, yum yum. Perfect. Let's take the paint off there because I don't want to ruin the stamp. And then we have some Finnabar stamps here. And I quite like the butterfly. So I think I'm gonna perfect. And then I think I'm going to do a little and then one here as well. And then maybe a baby butterfly. In fact, no, I'm going to, not the one with the words, I'm going to use the one without the words. And then I'm just going to put that there. And then let's see what else we've got to fill the gaps. I think I'm just gonna this is probably upside down, but I don't care. And let's do the top there. Perfect. Right. I mean, that already just looks so cool. My stamps are falling. So let's just shift those back a bit. Right. So now, what colour do I want to put on top of this? Do I want to go rusty? Shall we go with the... Yeah, let's go with the Azo Gold. Oh, I got a feeling. I'm going to put it on this. Oh, hope this someone turns out cool. Getting right round the edges. Oh my. Look at that. Oh, look at that grunge. Oh, I love it. And there's still more on there, which is just perfect. Right, so I'm going to go on again with some more speckled egg. Look at that. Oh, the grunge. The grunge. Right, now, the ledger paper one. And I think this is going to also leave a really good print, but it's going to take off. Look at that. And I just took a big smooch of it off my hand, so I'm going to have to... Right, so that's on there. Give it a little bit of a dry. Then what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to take my vintage photo in the oxide, and I'm just going to lightly go over the top. So that's in the oxide. And then, oh, this looks so cool. I'm going to go a little bit darker with the distress stain. Just go in places like that. And then watch this when you roll this out. Oh, look at that. Stunning. Stunning. Right, now I need another piece of paper. So I'm going to get some printer paper, I think. I don't know what this one's going to turn out like, but it should have the ledger marks on it as well. Again, I'm going around all the edges, make sure I pick it all up. I've just seen the corner. I've just seen the corner. Right, so you can't really see the ledger, but look at that. The ledger's underneath, look, unfortunately. You can see a little bit there, but look. Oh, that's still so grungy. That's still so cool. Right, so I'm going to put some more. Ah, the ledger's still on there. Let me see if this will get it off, because this... is such a good paint for getting off. Everything that's on there. But first off, I'm going to put a bit of lace across it, and then I'm going to take another print, I mean, that in itself is so cool. Look at that. How cool is that? And then I'm going to take the piece of lace off, and then I'm going to pull again. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Oh, how beautiful is that? Stunning. Absolutely stunning. I still have some more on here. So I'm going to go in with the titanium buff to try and pull it off. Another. I can't grip paper at the minute. It's so annoying. Like I can't seem to pick anything up, and I drop everything. Right, my paper's slipping down at the table, so let me move it up. hopefully this will take up everything. It's sticking well, so I think it might. I can't believe how excited I get just from seeing the corner. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Are you seeing this? You're seeing this for the first time as well as me. We're all seeing this for the first time together. And it's still left a little bit of grunge on there, but that's absolutely fine. Oh, look at that. Look at that. The lace you can still see. Look at the grunge. Oh, how absolutely gorgeous is that? Wow. Just wow. Right, we'll save that bit of paper for another print. And what I want to do is I'm going to go in with the raw sienna. Just a little bit. And then I also want to go in with a little bit, just a little drop of the scorched timber. And then I'm going to take, where's my stencil gone? There it is. Right, so we're going to put this on back to front. And then on this bit here, so it's got a little bit of a little bit of something going on, so I'm going to line it up and then we have, look at that. How cool is that? It's so cool. Right, so now I'm going to take off, put my prints up there. I'm going to get another sheet of paper. I'm going to give it a spritz. Let me move my brayer out of the way. And this is mucky work. It is mucky work, but it's fun. It's so much fun. And look at that. I mean, and there's even more. So if you wanted to, just spritz it again. And then you have like a ghost print. How cool is that? Ah, awesome. Right. I think this definitely has to be my favourite stencil. Right, so we have our gel plate, and now I would say that this is kind of dry. Do I want to put some grunge on it? I think I might. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to move my embossing folders out of the way. I literally have stuff piled up everywhere. And I'm going to take one of my old flat daubers and some scorched timber. Pick up some paint. And try and just put some texture on. And I like the daubers because you can kind of make it blend. Well, they are blending tools, so that kind of makes sense, Tone. Right, and now I think I want just a little bit darker. So I'm just going to take a little bit of black. Perfect. This is going to be so grungy. Oh, look at that. That's going to be so grungy. Right, let's put that aside. Going to give it another little wave. So it's a little bit drier. And then, what colour shall I go over the top with? Shall I go over with the titanium buff? Or shall I go over with the speckled egg? I kind of like the idea that the speckled egg is going to come through the letters. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it! Ah, I'm lifting it. Right, going gently. I don't think I let it dry long enough. And I'm going to take my sheet. I don't know how this one's going to turn out. I don't think I let it dry long enough. It was lifting it. Oh my, look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at the grunge. Oh, wow. Wow, wow. And now I just want to take up the that's on it. So first off, I'm going to take a little bit more paint, literally just a little bit more, and then I'm going to do some shapes. And then, where's the others? Perfect. Perfect. And now I want a stamp. A stamp, a stamp, a stamp, a stamp, a stamp. These are quite cool. These are the redesign with Prima stamps. I don't think I'm going to use those because they're a bit long. Let's have a look and see what we've got. I'm going to use the Grunged by Tim Holtz, and I'm going to use this stenciled stamp. So first off, I think I'm going to use the black again. So I'm going to take a bit more black out acrylic paint. I'm going to use my little brayer for this. Just going to brayer the paint on top. No, that didn't work. I don't think the paint is wet enough. So let's have a little bit more paint. Right, now let's give that a go. Perfect. Right, and now I'm going to do the yes. Yes, 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 yes. What else? What else shall we put on here? Should we put a number? First off, I need to get... Right, so I've got the new paint by numbers, and I think I might put in 62. I don't know why. This I'm going to use my ink pad. Perfect. Let me put those there for the moment. And it's gone a bit get the paint off there before it goes dry. Where's the other brush? There it is. It's gone a bit dotty, so I'm just gonna fill it in. Oh, I keep getting stuck to the paper. Let me lift you back up. Let's do the 6. Because I don't mind the streaks. kind of don't want dots. Right, I think that will do. And now I'm going to leave that to dry. I'm going to have a little bit of a tidy up and then I'll be back. So I've had a little bit of a tidy up and we're going to see if this lifts. Fingers crossed it doesn't pick it up again. Yep, it is picking it up. So I'm just going to go real lightly. And hopefully this one will be just as cool. Ah! Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Well, the ink, the 26 didn't come out. You can still see it and it's back to front. So, rock on, Tone. But I don't care. I really don't care. That is such a cool lift. Look at the grunge on that. Ah, oh, lovely. Right, so now I'm just going to put the prints together and I just want to do some backgrounds. So again, I'm going to go with the titanium buff, but I'm going to do a little bit of the azo gold as well. Ah, I'm so messy. Yes, look at that. Look at that for a background. I don't even care about the crease. Ah, delicious. Right, so now we're going to do some more. And I've still got some stuff on my palette. So I'm going to go for a little bit of speckled egg. I'm going to do a little bit of speckled egg and vintage photo. Oh, ah! Scoop some of that up. Typical. Right, so I'm just gonna and then let's move the speckled egg around. So I'm going to get rid of the lines. And again, I'm going to use the burlap. because I thought that was so cool. Yes. Yes. Look at that. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. But I want to go lighter. So I'm going to use some Lost Shadow with the speckled egg. I'm going to put this down first. And I think I picked up some black. And again, we're going to go with the burlap. And this is all separated, so something tells me this is going to look awesome. Oh, yes. Look at that. Oh, yum, 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 yum. Right, now I'm going to go for just the speckled egg on its own. Should be able to fit this one on the end. Look at that. That is beautiful. I mean, there's 3 really great backgrounds there. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, so I'm going to do 2 more pulls because I have space on this sheet of paper. And then I'm going to have a tidy up, and then we'll come back and we'll have a look and see what we've done. So I'm going to use, I'm going to go with Payne's Grey because this, I think this is like my all-time favourite grey. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of white. And I'm not going to clean my brayer. Blend it all out. And then I think I'm going to go for the corrugated cardboard. I don't care that it's wonky, I'm not bothered. Look at that. That is so cool. That is so cool. I love it. Right, one more. One more. And I think I'm going to go... let's do speckled egg and white. Speckled egg. And not white. We'll go with the titanium buff. And we've still got some of the Payne's grey on it, on the roller as well, so... There's going to be some lovely effects. Just getting rid of the stripes. And now I use, so we've got remnants. I'm going to use this big one. I'm going to smack it straight in the middle. Fingers are doing a little dance. Ah! Look at that. Right, now a bit of a wave, another wave. Ah! Oh wow, look. Look at that for some texture. That's the paper just been pulled up. Look. How cool is that? We'll save that. Right, where's our last sheet of prints? I'm not going to lay that down there in case it rips my prints. I should have changed my paper, really. Yep, I'm going to do white because I want something kind of pale. Right, let's get the last print. Oh, well, that's going there then. Annoying having it, the paper keeps moving, and normally I would put it on my mat and just have some piles of paper next to me, but I kind of knew today was going to be messy, so I wanted to save my mat basically. But you can use the glass mat as well, with the Tim Holtz glass mat if you want. Oh yes. I mean, it's back to front, but you know what? Look at that. Oh, yes, 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 yes. And there's still that on there. So, I'm going to do one more. And I'm going to use because it should pull up. Oh, there's still some more of the stamp on there as well. So it should literally, because the ghost prints are so cool. And this Azo Gold, the fluid, it picks up, like I said, it picks up everything. Right. Good old rub. Make sure it grabs every little last bit of grunge. And it kind of has, some of it stayed on there, but that is still cool. That is still really cool. I love this colour, and we still have some little bits on there. So, ta-da! Ah! Look at that. Some lovely grungy tape. How cool is that? In fact, it kind of gives me a little bit of an idea. Oh dear, here we go. Right. I want to see if this, because this is a beautiful colour. And I might want to put Just a little bit of scorched timber. Ah! It's lifting up the Azo gold. But that's cool. That looks cool. Right. Guess what we're going to do? Look at that. Oh, wow. I've got to stick this down on a bit of paper. Look at that for vintage tape. I mean, wow. Oh! I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. Oh my. That is the best vintage tape I have ever made. Look at that. That is just absolutely awesome. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to have to do this again. And to put some on a non-stick surface so I can keep it. I don't know if you can see it. I hope you can. Oh, it's just too cool. Right, so I'm going to take... I'm going to put this over the top. Ah! I should have known it was going to do that. Oh my dear. Right. Let's try this again. Shall we? I don't think I need that much. Right, now we're going to have to be quick. Perfect. Look at that. Oh, can you see it? Let me get that bit of paper back. How cool is that? Actual vintage tape. That is actual vintage looking tape. Wow. Wow. Right, I'm going to go and have a tidy up and then we'll have a look and see what we've done. Absolute bonus. We made vintage tape. I have no words. I have no words. This, I don't know if you can see it because my camera is so dark, but I don't know if it's filming dark. I hope you can see the grunge on that tape. And then I just stuck another bit of tape on top and cut it at your leisure. But look at that. Look at that. Ah. And we've got a new way to make vintage tape. Who'd have thought it? Use your gel prep plate. I'm going to have to experiment with that. Who wants to come along for the ride? experimenting vintage tape. I wonder if it does the same on tracing paper. Because I use, right, so I got my vintage photo and I crumpled up some tracing paper and I made that. And as much as it's not tape, it does look really cool. I mean, this obviously looks better. But I wonder what it looks like with tracing paper, because tracing paper, it's not a porous surface, is it? But I can't get over these. I mean, just contact paper. Would it do the same? Would it do the same with contact paper? I've got a massive roll down here. Alcohol inks on the jelly plate. What do you reckon? Shall we give it a go? Leave a comment down below if you want me to see, if you want blah 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 blah. Leave a comment down below if you want to see me get my words out. It's the excitement, you see. It's the absolute excitement. I have had so much fun today. I hope you have. I know it's a little bit different. And it's not everybody's cup of tea, but if you're a junk journaler and you have things like magazines, newspapers, envelopes and stuff like that, just to get some kind of texture and nice look to them, I love gel printing. I love gel printing for texture and stuff. And I'm very much a texture person. I'm a texture eater and I just love anything texture. So yeah, I've had so much fun. And I can't believe we found a new way to make vintage tape. It's like a bonus part of the video. But if you give this a go, or if you want to see any more, leave a comment down below. Don't forget to tag me in your work as well, in your creations. All my socials are in the description. Oh my God. In the description box. Oh my dear. It's been a long day. And yeah, I will be back again, maybe Thursday. I think so, Thursday. I think I'm going to take Wednesday off because, yeah, we normally have a date night on a Wednesday. So hopefully we will have one this week. I'll see how my other half feels. Yeah, let me know in the comments what you want to see, what you want me to do. If you want me to do this gel printing again, if you want to experiment with me with the vintage tape. Thankfully, you can rewind this YouTube video if you don't remember all those questions. And I will see you next time. Take care, everybody. Happy crafting. Bye.